If you're thinking about buying property in Florida, then you need to know a couple of things. One of the things you want to know about is the property going to hold water? Is it going to be wet? Sure tell sign that a property will have water on it is when it has a cypress head. And I'm going to show you what that looks like today. There are properties that hold water. And the best time to look at a property is after it has rained. And last week we had a really good downpour. And I'm out at an inspection today, and on this property, we have what's called a cypress head. If you see a cypress head on a property, then there will be water on it at some point in time, at least near the cypress head. It doesn't mean that the whole property will get wet, but the place where the cypress head is will get wet. And I'm going to show you what a cypress head looks like. This is a cypress tree. If I can get it. It's kind of scraggly looking, and there's a whole bunch of them all together. And then let's see, I'm gonna try and get close to show you what one of the roots looks like. See those little bumps? Like, see that little bump right there? See that? And that, and that. That's all part of the cypress. So right now, it's kind of dry. And we had a good rain last week, and it's not holding water. So that's good. But if you look at the watermark on one of these cypress trees, you can see where the water has historically come up onto that tree. So you will know that that's basically where the water comes to this tree, and then will kind of start to come back. You can see them over here as well. So those get some water. And then we have our regular oak trees. I don't see any water lines on those. Probably safe to assume that this part of the property is going to have some water standing on it during our rainy season, which is the summertime. Nothing to worry about. It's just something you should know. If you were planning on having horses and taking down those trees, well, you couldn't do it here, right? You couldn't do it in this part of the property. So that's just something you need to know. Let's talk about standing water. We have water in Florida. It's a thing. You have the water at the beach. You have the water at ponds and lakes, retention ponds and subdivisions. And I just want you to know that if you are around a body of water in Florida, you should expect that there could be some wildlife in that pond, in that lake, in that body of water. If you can see the water, if the water is clear, I feel a little bit more at ease than when you have these dark bodies of water. But I'm at a property today, and it's got 2 ponds on it. So this property has the cypress head, and now it has 2 ponds. And I call them ponds because they're kind of smallish bodies of water. I don't think that there are any creatures that live in here besides maybe turtles, or, I mean, there could be, there are koi fish that live in here, but those are harmless. But I don't think that there are any alligators here. But just because there's not an alligator in the pond now doesn't mean that there can't be one, because alligators are known to change bodies of water. So you might not see an alligator in a pond for years, and then one day you wake up and there he is swimming like this across the pond. So this is a really small body of water. And I know that it used to have koi fish in it, in addition to maybe attracting some turtles and it could attract some snakes, honestly, but it will definitely attract mosquitoes. That pond has a little waterfall feature, and the reason it has that is to keep the water moving, because if the water's not moving, then it's going to become stagnant. And you know what it's going to happen? What's going to happen is that it's going to breed mosquitoes. And it's going to be uncomfortable because the mosquitoes are going to outnumber you in the millions, and they're gonna multiply like nobody's business. And you really don't want to have that, so you want to make sure that you don't have standing water that's stagnant on your property at all times. So make sure of that. So when you move to Florida, you should definitely make sure that you don't have any standing stagnant bodies of water on the property. And even the smallest thing, like a little kiddie pool, or an overturned flower pot, or something that collects water, the smallest thing, you need to make sure that that water's gone, or else you will breed mosquitoes on your property. If you're going to live in Florida, you also need to know about these furry stinging caterpillars. I don't know what the official name is, but if you see them, don't pick them up, don't touch them. They will sting you, and sometimes they just kind of fall from the trees and they get you, and it hurts. It's worse than a mosquito bite, but not as bad as a wasp. So it doesn't feel good. It hurts for a little while. It won't kill you, but it does not feel good. There's tons where I am right now. Yep, there he is. If you touch one of those, oh my gosh, they're everywhere. Look, here and here, here and here. Here and here, here. They will get you. They hurt you. Oh my goodness, they're everywhere.